Okay, we're back. We're back. We're cooking. Now, will my chatbot work? Fantastic. Fantastic. Let me pop out YouTube chat. Average day in the Balkans? Literally. Literally. I def was first this time. Avoid, you did not click the first thingamabob. You're not a first officially. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. You can't just say, oh, I was first. We have an objective measure for these things. You didn't give any money. If you did, then I would consider giving it back. Man, completely unrelated, but every once in a while, well, over time, I forget how much I love the song American Pie, and then I remember I listen to American Pie and I'm happy again. It's pay to win? Well, then pay up, bucko. I mean, come on. Come on. What is that supposed to be? Oh, that reminds me. I want to be a psychopath and turn on monitoring for my microphone. Best audio properties. Monitor only. Can I hear myself? No, I still cannot. Is it too quiet or? I don't know. Okay, I can, but it's just really quiet. Let me just fix that real quick. Let's turn this up. Advanced audio properties. You. Up. Up. Up, 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 up. Okay, it's still not as loud as I want it. Wow, that's hard. I forget how difficult it is to think when you are mirroring your own voice into your head. It's a very nice way of making it impossible to think. But okay. And it reminds me of how different my voice sounds in my head to like what it sounds like in real life. Okay, let me turn it up a little more. You know what's a good song? Hurricane by Bob Dylan. I haven't listened to much Bob Dylan. I probably should at some point, but I have not. Okay. Now we're approaching a volume where I can actually hear myself think. Hello, Antients. Antients. Oh, this is terrible. Why do I do this to myself? Why? Okay. Perfect. Now, I can no longer hear myself. Or I can hear myself too well. Fantastic. It's going to take some getting used to. Isn't chess pay to win if you pay time? Well, what does pay to win mean in that case? I am not used to this. Okay, give me a second. I'll get better. C5. I don't really want to take. I could take and try to take the e5 square and push for f3. I don't particularly want. But why void? What's in it for me? My voice sounds softer in my head, but it's quite low. I'm the opposite. My voice sounds lower in my head than it does, like, in reality. You know what song is good? Hurricane by Bob Dylan. I already read that message. I'm a little bit behind. I'm going to play knight e5. Haven't listened to a lot of Bob Dylan either, but that's a good song. Wait, how come when I do you a favor, I owe you something? That feels backwards. Heck, I'll do you one better. That is backwards. I think we go here. The plan being to trap the knight after f3. Because the knight is currently trapped, or trapped adjacent. And then I'm also threatening knight b6. Overall, I think black is playing this wrong. It's a stone wall, and in the stone wall, you need to play aggressively on the king side. Well, if I'm not missing anything, maybe he has g5. No, he doesn't have g5. I just go back to e6, e3. Yeah, no, he's blunders not knight. I have this problem in every language. I forget who OO is for. Ah. Yeah, no. O in this context means that I'll be the one giving. The person who owes is the person giving. So if I owe you a favor, it means I need to give you a favor. This is a little scary, not gonna lie. Not too scary, just a little. Okay. I see you. I see you. I feel like trading pieces is good for us. This check isn't scary, and if he takes, then I take the rook first. Okay. It's a little uncomfortable, a little uncomfy. Do I have some sort of takes on f6, or maybe takes on h7? Takes on h7, knight takes, queen check, king here, pawn, like bishop b2 to end the sequence, winning the queen. I almost do. I'm gonna try it. You should play more blitz. Columbus. Should I have said that? Does that mean something I'm not aware of? It could. Okay, now the question, do I play bishop b2 first, or do I play knight move first? Bishop b2 first, he might have rook f2, which is a very funny switch in Zook. Maybe I take the rook first. Actually. Oh no, I think this is just mate. Huh. Well, that's convenient. That's very convenient. Convenient. Can I answer the question? No, it's rhetorical. Also, I've been listening to some more Clario. Songs are good, but you couldn't pay me to tell my friends I listened to her music. Now that makes me want to listen to it. But if I listen to music right now, it would make my challenge I'm putting on myself easier. I'm so close to 1100. What's stopping me? Is it just you aren't grinding, or have you grinded or ground and just can't seem to get it yet? If it's not already clear, I have my own voice playing in my headphones on a delay, which is rather difficult. I will suggest some other stream. What? I'm just not grinding. I could for sure get there if I wanted to. Well, then do it. I mean, now that's is hearing sounds. What? What? Some other stream. Oh, some other stream is the name of a band. You know, I'm hearing the voices, and the voices in my head are just telling me what I already know on a delay, which is very annoying because I already know that. Like, thanks. Tell me something new. Like, tell me what I should play in this position, voices. Come on, put it some work in. Stop being lazy. I'm at like 1090. Ooh, so you're like right there, right there. You could absolutely do it. Dementia life hack. Well, the idea is, as I've said before, I want to improve my ability to speak in a eloquent way. And, you know, practicing something in a way that's difficult is in general a good way of improving that skill. Why are you doing the voice thing? Because it's hard, and I've heard that it improves your public speaking because it makes you less distractible, in the sense that other noises don't interrupt your ability to speak as much. Because the idea is your voice speaking in your own ear is one of the most distracting things you can hear, because our brains by default use our own voices as feedback as to if what we're saying is getting out there. Is it a good skill? Well, I mean, is there such thing as a bad skill? I just ignore myself. Yeah, not gonna happen. Bro can't stop saying skibbity, so he has to lock in. Based. That's see? Exactly that. Except not that at all. Like, not even a little bit. Yeah? What was my plan? I had a plan. Did I have a plan? I thought I had that plan. Was I like trying to take a 92? How does he defend the ball? Maybe it just... this is just weak in that case. I guess I can take this. And then rookie 1. And play this position. It's nice, but not simple. Absolutely. Absolutely, you're correct. Ooh. That's a spice meatball. Now, if I take an F6, the thing is you can take with knight. That still feels wrong. Yeah, because then I get 95. I think I get too much activity for this. Is that an advantage worth having? I mean, I could also play like knight b5 and ignore it completely. But I like takes on f6 followed by 95. Feels like a strong piece. But maybe he has c5 then? But is c5 threatening? Queen x c5? Clearly, that's the move. That's the plan. That's the dream. Huh. Very interesting. I always tune myself out. I have nothing smart to say. Well, see, that's the thing. I want to have smart things to say. I don't think I have too many thus far. But, you know, what you gonna do? I'm just gonna go for it because that's what my gut said, and I'm gonna trust my gut. Maybe I shouldn't trust my gut, but I'm going to. I hate it. Well, poo-poo on you then. I want to play f4. Actually, bishop g5 is almost good. This bishop's just terrible, and I need to get it active-ish. My birthday is next week. The unstoppable march of time, am I right? Yes. You are correct. No, because then he can take 94, and that's uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. Yes, I am the master of speech. I expected some e6 future threat. I didn't find e6 particularly threatening, which is why I didn't play it. Like, I didn't see what the big deal was. I would wish you a happy early birthday too, but like, I'm always late, so I feel like it would be off-brand, you know what I mean? And branding is key. That's something you learn when you go to streamer school, which is a real thing, because streaming is a real job, I swear, Mom. Any questions? If I take the knight, he has to take back. If I take, what does he take with? Pawn, right? Yeah, but then I can isolate his central pawn. If he takes bishop, I just take a bishop. If he takes with rook, can he push first? That doesn't help. Not immediately, but it does trouble black a bit if he forgets or focuses more on it than he should. Oh, you might be right. Don't know. Don't know. Maybe. But I just felt like my d4 pawn was weak because he's eventually going for c5 in every case. And so, if my c5 pawn falls, I feel like it's just a problem. I can include this, right? What am I missing? This was the move I was looking at in this position. And I thought I was fine. If I take the knight, I kind of want to keep my bishop. I'll get it. What if I push c6? c6. Or I could take his dark squared bishop. That's actually probably the smart move, considering his dark squared bishop is like the big danger. Considering the fact that my king is on a dark square and these dark squares are weak, so I should probably deal with the dark squares. I don't know, maybe. We'll look into it. This game, I think, will be worth analyzing. I mean, most games are. That's not. I do have. I think c6 is a threat. English. Rook d1 is interesting. Okay, what if I play c6? What is this? What happens here? What happens? What are the consequences? Don't see a problem. Rook d1 when? Here? It's possible. The problem is, I feel like somehow he manages this. So he trades off this bishop, and I'm not threatening anything. And so now my dark square bishop is a little suspicious. Just, I don't know, maybe I could have played that too. It felt wrong. That's the reason. That's the real reason. I'm not gonna lie. It was because it felt wrong. Also, Twitter is a gold mine. No, it's not. I found someone trying to say that feudalism was actually good. That's interesting. What was the take? I'm more curious about this. Felt like a move at 1090 would suggest. No. It was very interesting. It might have worked. I'm assuming rook A. Oh yeah, no, my problem with a rook move like this is he plays a bishop takes c5, and I didn't like the bishop opposing my king like that. It made me nervous. It made me nervous. I just didn't like bishop takes c5. I wanted to prevent that. Because having a bishop opposite my king was uncomfortable. It felt like there might have been tactics, or that there will be tactics. Speaking of tactics, I am going to call the bluff. Actually, yeah, I'm calling the bluff. This, definitely. Huh. Rook. It's interesting. Not expect that. Do I take with... Or... This looks good. The point is I'm attacking this and threatening that. Queen takes looks better? I agree. That's why I didn't understand rook takes. Rook takes felt weird to me. Everyone had a defined role that served society as a whole. Peasants, vassals, and all lords had responsibilities to each other. With hereditary monarchy, it was a lot more difficult for influence peddlers to buy off leaders, which is all... Yeah, that's absolutely false. You are correct about that. That's a weird take. Hereditary monarchs' interests were tied to those of the people since they ruled for life. It's also very much false. Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. No, yeah, no, this is a bad take. I was curious because I felt like there was a chance he was cooking, you know? Like, it felt like one of those takes which could be good if he, like, really dug into it. Like, I disagree with it, of course, because, like, feudalism was largely unsuccessful from a human rights perspective. Which is, in my opinion, one of the big, most striking issues. Is creating criminals a crime? Well, I mean, depends how you define creating criminals. Also, thank you, Nocturnal Prani, for the follow. I'm sorry I'm not coming through very clearly. I'm working on it. This is a skill I'm going to get better at. Not worse, hopefully. It was extremely decentralized. Its hierarchy ensured long-term stability. No, it didn't. Yeah, okay, see. It's interesting because I expected something more sophisticated than definitively wrong points. If that makes sense. Like, I'm analyzing it right now. The whole indentured servitude, slavery but fancy, was not exactly cool. Oh, well, yeah. I'm telling you, human rights disaster. Sure. Okay, I shoved this, and then E takes in 95. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. E5 is wrong. I should have taken here and then 95, and the point is this is a problem. Which makes sense. That tracks. C6, Queen F5. Okay. We learn. So I pushed, and then I took. Which I still like this position. I agree that E takes was better in hindsight. However, this I still like. This I like. Louis XIV be like, let me bankrupt my country in wars and building palaces because it's in the interest of the people. Exactly. It's just objectively false. Provably false. Put song names? Are they not already listed? Piece of junk. I know what the problem is. I messed this up last time and I didn't fix it because I'm lazy. Fixed it. Actually, it's because I forgot because I stopped streaming later than I intended. Thank you for reminding me. I appreciate it. C takes. I like this position. This is good. Okay, so I wanted knight d2 first. I just thought he was going to play either takes and then c5, and I didn't see too much. I mean, I guess rook e1 and I can't be worse, right? Absolutely hilarious take. Crazy. Twitter, you know, probably rage bait. I would expect with those points it's rage bait, you know, in general, with the exception of like cult leaders. I think we should believe people when they say they believe something, right? But I mean, the exception that other than, you know, cult leaders is Twitter where rage bait is the norm. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then I played rook e1, which isn't bad, of course. Okay, and then I played e takes, which is good but not best. It wanted queen b3. Okay. Yeah, so you're right about the whole e6 thing. Yeah, because the knight, I mean, yeah, and then I take over e5. Yeah. So it's a more sophisticated version of what I did. Oh no, that's the base part. It's an annoying move. Yeah, this feels like a long-term weakness for me. Like in the end game, this is always going to be captured, you know? Especially with the pawns here and here, I can never push a pawn to defend it. And so I didn't feel like creating a static weakness for no reason. You know what I mean? I mean, you're right. The dynamics are absolutely worth it. This is unstoppable, and that's already a huge problem, right? Like, what exactly you're going to do here. But I did not see how easy it was to get knight f7. Not really easy if you don't waste a tempo. Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, you're right. You're right. I was arguing not for why it was a bad move, but for why I didn't play it during the game. I played ET Cakes. Again, a less sophisticated version of what you did, or what you were suggesting. Then Bishop B4. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, duh, I win a piece. I'm dumb. Doy. No, it's not that easy. Okay, I thought I saw this. No, it doesn't just win a piece, because this knight's here. No. It's not. It's harder than I thought. It's actually somewhat complicated. Bishop G5. What? And then what the heck is this? Okay, come on, guys. This is not as easy as it looks. Obviously, in hindsight, but like, I've really been annoying the stream archives recently. Happy to catch the stream live for once. Hey, happy to hear that, Reggie. I can't speak with this dang mod on. I'm going to die. Reggae Speedway. Fantastic name, by the way. I have it repeating my voice in my ear a few seconds after I speak. It's a big problem. It's probably good long term, but oh, my heart. Not saying there weren't drawbacks, but I think in light of our current systems, it can be fruitful to rethink as best we can without any biases. The systems that are often writ a priori. This guy's fun at parties. See, the problem is that people will drop monarchs, lifelong monarchies, incentivize working for the people, and then we'll drop that, and it makes everyone else who thinks, oh, we should rethink things that we often write off a priori, completely insane. Like if I say, okay, I want to rethink things, including feudalism, which was obviously terrible and obviously failure and obviously worse than our current systems in every meaningful capacity. I guess not I'll say every, in every meaningful capacity, right? Makes me sound insane, because then I'm associated with those people before actually thinking it through, before any meaningful evidence. When I'll go viewer time, when I lose or draw, I'm just going to keep winning. Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. Yeah, okay, so that's just difficult to see. Hindsight, it's better. Okay, let's look at this. And bishop, yeah, this is what I was scared of. It looks like b takes even better. And this is still good for white, obviously. But it's not a bad move. Rook b1's not a bad move. Far from it. Yeah. So like before having a reason to. Which I... See, the problem is, in principle, I agree that happens a lot. I do it myself a lot. It's a problem, right? Human biases really make it hard. But then, the fact that that's dropped after a rant about how feudalism was good, actually, makes it so hard to be on the internet. It's horrible. It's really terrible. Come on, let's go. Does he know his theory? Place your bets in chat. Does he know his theory? No, he does not. Nice. Nice. Take the pawn. Take the pawn. Come on, I know you wanna. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Okay, give me a second. This is the same as the other line, right? I just play queen b7. I think so. That's usually what you do here. No, because now he has queen b3, and that's a unique inclusion in this line. Okay, now we think. Now we think. Actually, it's probably queen b8 here. It's either queen b7 or queen b8. This is a queen b8 line, I think. Because I want to, after queen b3, play bishop e6. And that's only possible if I play queen b8. X/, why are you nerd emojiing me? You just got here. I know some c3 lines here. They're interesting. What? So bad man, because he's kind of spitting in some ways, but the start of it is so irredeemable. That's what I mean. And he makes everyone else who spits seem worse. Society, am I right, fellas? I almost have like this. That's almost there. Do I have that? I mean, I guess it was... No, it just gives me the pawn back. This is hard. I just read chat and couldn't help but nerd. Oh, come on! Suggestion, ponytail hair? I wear my hair as a ponytail actually more often than I wear it down, because it gets in my way when it's down. But right now, it's like super tangled because I just took a shower. So, I can't right now. I'm still waiting for it to dry off. So it's queen b8 or queen e5. Those are my two moves I want to play. After much consideration, I'm going queen b8. Queen b8. Hey, we're cooking here, hater. Bait. Now, see, that's a good emoji. If he had posted that emoji after his entire thread, then he'd be cooking. Then we'd all be good. See, this is good for me. I like this position. See, that's the problem. That's why this is not good for white. See, we transposed into another line. I'm familiar with this line where you go here, 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 and I take. So we transpose into a line that I know. So that's good. Now he would be the Gordon Ramsay of takes. Exactly. It's crazy how much one emoji can make the difference. A4 for white, then I play A6, right? And there's your problem. So now I could just take this. I mean, thanks for the stuff, bro. Where do I go? Do I move the bishop? That's the simplest option, like here, just... what the hey? Nice background song? What is the background song? Where's my stream? I have my stream open usually. Where do I put it? Ah, yes, Safety. Yeah, that's the best song from that album, Easy. Play chess? No. I am offended. Just offended that you would even suggest such a thing. I find talking slower makes the voice thing easier, which is nice. I'm taking it slow, because while I have an advantage, I might not have capitalized on it the way I should have. Time will tell, like it always does. Okay. I see you, I see you. I'm going to give him this, because I think the passer is worth more. That's my take. Yeah, I think the passer is worth more. And the outside passer at that. We'll see, but that looks right. You look like a chess player when you talk slower. You just need glasses and everything is fine. I used to wear glasses when I was like 7. think it was 7, maybe it was 10. I just looked at photos of this recently. Those photos were from, what year were those from? I think they were 2020, so I was 10. I wouldn't mind a monoclonic suit. I think I would look fire in a monoclonic in a suit. You know? Yeah, I think I could pull it off. I started wearing glasses like 3 to 4 months ago. I still wear glasses. A lot of people wear glasses. I mean, you know, it's like, it's annoying. I know, I understand. Okay. Gift me that. I could do like this, and that's interesting. I like that. Literally, that's literally you. Like an artist representation of you. I'm sorry, but, you know, nerdist. I already was looking like a nerd, but now I look more nerdy than ever. Then why'd you pick nerd glasses? That's a you problem. You picked nerd glasses. Hello, Dale. I don't wear glasses. They make your eyesight even worse, and it's an endless cycle of myopia. Is that a fact? I like this position. The more I look at it, the more I like it. I thank you, Void. I think that's a compliment. It's probably a compliment. I'm going to interpret it as a compliment. What do I move this rook? I could go here, here, here as a funny, but why not? What's stopping me from achieving my dreams? I'm doing it. This works, right? Yeah. That's an annoying threat. Let's see how he does. It is. Your eyes adapt to the glasses slowly, and when you need even higher and higher diopters. I just thought you used to get better graphics than that when you take them off back to your bad eyesight graphics. Ah, yes, graphics. My favorite argument in favor or against glasses. Brother, I can't see. I need glasses to be able to perceive visual stimuli. Yeah, I think he means in more minor cases where you're not completely blind. I don't think he means like complete blindness. You don't need glasses. Unless he's one of those sort people where it's like, oh, you can't see, skill issue. I think this is forced mate. I don't see a way for him to avoid it. Yeah, I mean, that's true psychic. That's factual. Look at this. This is easy. This is free ELO. How did I ever drop below 2100? These guys are free farming these 2000s. Oh, I should have. Why did I open my big mouth? Here we go, Alapin. Why did I open my big mouth? Why do I talk? Why? Why do I do this to myself? Why? Well, yeah, but danger's danger, no matter who's dangering, you know what I mean? I can go bishop c6. That's an interesting move. Don't know if it's good, but it's interesting, and that's enough for me. You missed knight c6 again? Is that better? Is knight c6 much better here? I figured bishop c6 looked nice. Because this bishop's always annoying. And so putting it here, playing e6 and knight d7 looks tempting. I just like it. Oh, okay, then. So it's a personal preference. I'm telling you, I like this. Knight takes is weird, but I don't think it's too threatening. Yeah, because I have knight takes here. No, it's nothing. D5 push way easier. I open position, kill. Flip the board. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know the D5 lines. This is the only line I've learned, which is a skill issue on my part. Okay. So this, without a doubt, right? So I'm missing something? No, it's this. You know, I don't mind my position. I don't think I'm like winning or anything, but what do I know? Nothing. I know nothing about nothing. Let's just get castled and then we'll worry about everything else. Because takes here is never a threat. Okay, sure. Sure, buddy. I'm just going to castle. No reason to overcomplicate things. I started going e5 without learning it, and I just learned from engine analysis, and I already know Sicilian basic ideas. Right. When a chess bot is rated, let's say 2000, is that supposed to be in classical or blitz time control? It's supposed to be in imaginary time control, like complete delusion. Bot elos are slightly dubious in veracity. Let's put it that way. Of slightly dubious veracity. I'm a little underdeveloped, but otherwise I'm fine. The problem is just it's difficult for me to move anything. You know? I mean, if he takes, I'm happy. I don't think he will, because I think he wants to put more pressure, but you know. Well, that's aggressive. I'd rather you not kill me, thank you very much. If he goes here, I play g6, without a doubt. He doesn't have a dark square bishop. I'm not in any danger. It'll take multiple moves for him to get anything. Right? Yeah. 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 All right. I would prefer it if you get off my lawn. Thank you, good sir. The time control matters for bots. It does. But the thing is, bot elos are kind of difficult because I'm not going to say they aren't based on anything real, but it's not clear what they're based on and even what you would base them on, like theoretically. So it's a weird thing. I'm not sure how they work, to be completely honest. They are a mystery to me. Maybe I should have gone to DT2. That might have been better. H5 is knight f6, king there, queen. I might have messed up somewhere. I think I messed up. Because suddenly I'm uncomfortable. Well, if the human can think forever, then you can think 5 months every move. You'll be like 3,000 elo strength. I'm not sure if that's the case. Because, like, to some degree, for sure, you get, like, diminishing returns, right? Where each consecutive move is harder to calculate. This. I'm stupid and just blundered a knight. What am I doing with my life? Well, who asked when the viewer games are starting? Because it's going to be quite soon. Quite soon, my good sir. That was a rough spot. I think my bishop was getting trapped, which is why I tried something desperate. Clearly it didn't work, but you know, live and learn. Live, laugh, cope, or something like that. White might see ghosts. We'll see. I don't intend on making this easy for him. Okay. Knight f6 is weird. I mean, it's probably right, but I just don't see a continuation. Like, I don't see your next move. Maybe you just play takes on d5 and call it a day. That's probably what it is. Get my strong bishop out of the way. Could be right. Yeah. Yeah. Not thrilled with this position. Not going to lie. It's unfortunate that there isn't many pieces, so it's harder to make chaos. My point is, if the human thinks for like 2 seconds, you'll play much worse if you thought for like an hour every move. So the time control matters a lot when you're playing a bot. Well, yeah, but I'm telling you, bot elos aren't calculated anywhere near to how human elos are calculated. So it's a very difficult comparison to make because they're so very different. You know what I mean? So it's almost non-productive as a comparison. Not completely, but almost. I've still got some copium plans. Maybe I should have played... no. Okay, sure. Sure. I'd rather not. I don't see hope. I don't need to see hope to have hope. It's called a rational belief. Isn't it just calculated based on win rate against humans? Well, it should be, but I don't know if it is. Like, in theory, I would expect it to be, but I don't know. I am not cued into how chess.com calculates bot elos. That's not something I know. It's not information I'm privy to. Oh yeah, I forgot that void. My bad. My bad. My bad. My B homie. I'll tell you what I want. I want to play rook takes c3 and I don't know what. I don't know what after that. I haven't calculated that. Let's double up. I'm a 2010, so I'm stronger than some 2000s. True. Okay, that's smart. He should be doing that. That's the correct plan, or a correct plan. I don't know if it's the correct plan, but what you gonna do? What do you know? Nothing. He's probably just gonna let me take, because I don't think I'm threatening anything. No, I'm gonna take because take h6 goes back. I want to do it because I don't see anything better, but takes don't think make things worse. Definitely doesn't make things better, but rook e7, I don't see the threat of rook e7. Like rook e7, maybe he goes rook f7, rook e7, bishop takes g6. Maybe that's his plan. Rook e3. Oh, Rookie 3. I don't find threatening. I take this and then go queen g7. Queen g7. Queen g7. It's way harder than it should be. And then I'm still losing, but what you gonna do? I'm always losing. There's no situation here where I'm not losing. Still not savable? Of course not. No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is savable. I'm saying I'm going to try anyway. Anyway. Would you rather be able to take back a move every game or have 10 pawns at the start of the game? 10 pawns, without a doubt. Because for me, the argument would go 10 pawns is objectively fantastic no matter what your elo is. What's what I'm looking for? The take back will fall off. Okay, I have to take that. I have to try. Is it the game? Okay, if I play queen g7, he goes rookie e8. But what if I go king h8? What's his next? That. Okay, yeah, that makes that tracks. Yeah, no, I get it. I got you. I'm tracking. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I won't lie to you. I'm not super thrilled about that move. Not the most thrilled. But if you take back a queen blunder, it's worth like 9 pawns. Yes, but as you get better at chess, those sorts of blunders become less and less frequent. And so my point is that if I want to get better, then the pawn will only get more valuable and the take back will get less. It's a scaling thing. One gets better, the other gets worse. And so I'd rather have the one that gets better just from like a philosophical perspective. Eventually, I'll get used to this voice modifier thing, and then I'll be more powerful than you can ever imagine. But right now, it's like having a synthetic stutter. Well, the wording was take back a move every game, so weak. Yeah. This. I'm still going to make him think, or at least try to. There's nothing else to do. Okay. Queen c4, d5. This position's obviously super winning ring for him. I'm not going to even pretend to argue anything else. All I'm trying to do is make it difficult. Make his life a little harder for like 3 moves. Because you never know what might'll happen. He only has like 2 minutes. Now 2 minutes is more than enough to win this position. More than enough to win this position, without a doubt, like objectively. So, but you know, he's not a. Why is he trying to keep only 1 pawn? I have no idea. I don't know what he's cooking. Don't ask me. That's a clever move. It's a very clever move. Piece of junk. Yeah. Well, it's only trying if he doesn't know it all, right? And so I gotta try, okay? You can't blame a guy for trying. clearly he's going to blunder. King d8 and blunder mate. Wait. So like two players, one of whom can't promote to a queen and the other who can pass. Is that the question? Oh, the opponent can't. The opponent can't promote. It's not even close. It's not remotely close. It must be, because that means I win every pawn race endgame, right? Well, okay, wait, let me think. Each one has weird applications. Okay, it's Void's turn. Each one has separate applications, right? Because on the one hand, the can't queen means that theoretically every one of your pawns is worth more than their pawn, right? But on the and you win most queen races, but most endgame checkmates require the opponent to move. Like which one? You're thinking rook? Does the rook require the opponent to move? Hold on a second, let me think. Yeah, it does, I suppose. Does it? Queen versus king definitely doesn't. You don't need your opponent to move. Rook versus king might. Thinking about it. But queen can still win. But I suppose if you can just pass. I'm lost here. His thing is, what would you rather have? An opponent who can never promote to a queen, or yourself who can pass? Like you can pass your turn and let your opponent make a move instead of you making a move, which makes you immune to zugzwang. So would you rather an opponent who can't promote to a queen, or to be immune to zugzwang? The more I think about it, the more tempting the zugzwang sounds. Okay. If you can pass a turn, that means you can't get zugged, but that's way more situational. Is it? Is it, RJ? Because let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's take a minute here. No. I think y'all are underthinking this. Cause like, if where's the clear the board button? Set up position. No, why do I want to? Where do I clear the board? This. Okay. As white, try to win this if I can pass. If I can pass, how do I win? No, listen. How do you win this as white if I can pass? Is it possible for white to win this if I can pass? It does not apply to queen. Queen can win no matter if you pass or not. Queen's too strong, for sure. Rook, definitely, but queen's different. Queen's different because I mean, if we replace this with a queen, let me win this if black can skip here. Do you want to skip or do you want to move? No, it doesn't apply to queen. Do you want to skip or do you want to move? Because it also makes you immune to stalemate, right? Skip, I go here. Do you want to skip or move? You see the problem. Skip here. Now it doesn't matter. I'm going here and I'm going to checkmate you. Queen doesn't matter. Rook matters. Queen doesn't matter. Queen's too strong. The queen is too strong. So you lose if your opponent has a queen, but if your opponent has a rook... Because let's stretch this backwards. If you don't lose rook versus lone king, then that means the Lucina position is a draw for you because you can sack the rook for the pawn. There's no configuration. No, the queen's too strong because I can always let you out. The fact is, as the queen, I can always let you free, and from letting you free, I can always checkmate you. The queen is too strong. It does not apply to queen. There's no mathematics there. Queen is too strong. The rook, okay, we can have a conversation, but the queen is too strong. Because the problem with the rook is that if you have a rook here, you can't play this move. Normally you would play this and may force me to play a move or something along those lines, but you can't. So the moment you try to check me, I move. Right? Skip, you know? Skip. And you can't make progress. Mathematics. Wow, you're really trying to kill me here. No. You skip. You skip. If you go king c7, I take your rook. So rook, absolutely. Rook is a draw, which means you will never lose rook end games because you need to only sack your rook for both the pawns or all of the pawns. Yeah, you can skip whenever, assumedly. Not just once, right? Yeah, because if you could only skip once, that defeats the purpose. You can skip whenever. Versus your opponent can only promote to not queen. The more I'm thinking about it, the more powerful this looks. Because, okay, so that means you don't win, you don't lose versus lone rook. You don't lose versus knight and bishop. Two bishops, I think you also don't lose two bishops. I might be wrong about that one, but I'm pretty sure you also don't lose two bishops. Right? And also, you never get zugzwang. You can maybe two bishops? You can, but the question is if black can skip. The argument here, this is like a red pill, blue pill sort of thing. You've seen those, like, the debates? Like the melee one where would you rather, you know, guaranteed do a 0 to death once per game, or have your reaction time be 10 frames faster, or whatever the argument is. It's one of those. So on the one side, you have your opponent can't queen. They can promote to rook, or to knight, or to bishop, or whatever, but they can't queen. No queen. I forgot the U. I can't spell. Versus the other pill, which is... what was it? Oh, yes. Skip. You can skip. You also don't lose basically every king and pawn endgame, because you can no longer get zugzwang. Skip means you can say, okay, your turn. I'm sorry, I have my voice playing in my ears again as a way to practice my diction, and it makes it really hard for me to speak. So I'm going to be, like, very frequently messing up my words. So no stalemate? No, you can just keep passing. Wait, stalemate is no legal move. That's a good question. I guess no stalemate. No zugzwang, but also no stalemate, because you always have a move. Your move is to skip. So you do take the downside of you can't get stalemated anymore, right? Which I don't think matters that much for this, because the only time stalemate really matters is either a huge blunder from your opponent or the king and pawn end games which you hold anyway. But skip is not a move. I think stalemate should still hold. No, it should not. Absolutely not. No, the opponent can't promote to queen. He can still do rook. Rook is allowed. It's just no queen. That's the thing. It's just can't promote to queen. They can promote to rook, bishop, or knight. Totally free. Just can't promote to queen. That's why I'm saying skip is probably the play here. The thing is, both of these are only endgame. They only apply to the endgame. The promote one is worse than skip turns, in my opinion. I think you're right, Bossweezy. Yeah, both of them are largely only applicable in end games. Maybe there's some like weird niche openings that become playable one way or another, but I think I take skip because if the opponent can promote to a queen, then he's probably already winning. Now, because the argument there is you win queen races. So if your opponent and you are both promoting, which happens a lot, then you promote to a queen, they promote to a rook, and you win that. Queen versus rook is winning. So right, that's the argument. I remember playing you a while back. Oh yeah, what happened? Did I win? I guess I probably should have asked a more important question than that, but I don't know. Is skip a move? Yes. Queen versus rook is still a hard win. Oh yeah, it always is a hard win. That's my point. So, hey, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Much obliged. Okay, back to the actual game. So I think skip. I don't think it's close. On further analysis, unfortunately, you won both, I think. Okay, now I'm just analyzing the game. Then it can be a forced move when it's a stalemate. Yes, but I don't think that's as important. You are almost decent. And Brayden is also almost decent. I can't type. We both won one game. Well, I can't speak, so we're in the same boat. Okay. This is all just standard stuff. Totally acceptable. Okay. I have a guy in my chess club who plays this. Aren't you supposed to take this knight as soon as it's no longer pinned? I could be wrong about that, but I seem to remember that being a thing. So, like, he castles, you're supposed to take. Yeah. So, I have a queue going. It's exclamation mark join to join the queue. And for your turn in queue, you can either play against me or submit a game for me to analyze. It's your choice. Play too fast? Okay. Then that's the problem. Yeah, you should be taking this. Now, he played this move, which is weak, because here he's threatening a3, which is not good. Decidedly bad, in fact. Maybe you can get away with this. This looks very scary. It's blitz? No, but isn't that like a principle thing? Just, like, forget... I didn't even see your blunder bishop, right? I wasn't even calculating that far. I was just saying in general, whenever the pin is broken, you take. Okay, but he didn't take your bishop because he's very polite. Ooh, f5, I like this move a lot. Okay, I thought so. I play Dutch lines with pin and I have to take it once the castle. That's what I mean. But me for Gar? Fair enough. Okay, knight e2, knight takes g3, knight takes g3, knight f6, e4. Okay. Yeah, I mean... This is incredibly scary. Takes just loses on the spot, right? Because if you take, I play knight g4 and you can resign. At least it looks like it. Yeah. Right here? Yeah. Because this doesn't work, I take your knight. And any on rook move, you get mated somehow. What else can white do? I guess the preemptive knight here doesn't work because you lose a piece. This looks really bad. What can he do? Computer saying f3, which that's a hard move to play. Looks right. d5? I don't think I believe in d5. You can't take with knight, because then I play knight g4 and you lose. So you have to take with bishop or not take at all. Right? You can't take with knight. So you take with bishop, then I get knight g4. And I could play rook takes. So you still get mated. So d5 doesn't work, because I could take here and now I have the rook tactics, and this is still bad. So you have to play f3 because you have to prevent me playing knight g4. And this is hard to play. Like, I hate this as black. I like how the computer says it's only a little bit better for black, which really shows that how different computers are than humans, but this is rough. Okay. You take... Can't be that bad. That can't be sound. There's no way giving him the pawn would check his sound. Come on. What's that, Void? There's no universe where that's sound. I refuse to believe. Patently refuse. Takes. Wait. Being a check. Okay, 1. Okay. 3. Yeah, this move is cowardly. That's a cowardly move. Queen d7. Start going after the pawns. Rook d7 is also a move. And this does not look fantastic. What was the point of queen h5 action? I actually don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. Maybe it's... I'm going to play rook a8 and then rook e2. Where's my hairbrush? So it's not as strong, but it's still strong because you're putting pressure on this pawn, and f2, g2 are still threats. So like in this position, I accidentally, muted, because I went, it has. Okay, e2 still strong. Let's say in some parallel dimension. I don't know what white played. Wait, what played? Let's say played something stupid. I don't know. Let's say something stupid like a3, rook e8, takes. No, because he has b4. This is a bad example. My point is the rook on f2 is still strong. This is also fun. I accidentally mute all the time. Yeah, the thing is, the theory is that it has a bright light that tells you if you're muted or not. The problem is that I didn't even notice the bright light being off. Either way, my point was only the rook is still strong there, just not as strong. There was a comedian that would purposefully mute his mic while telling jokes. It was actually hilarious. I should learn that. Most of us use less than 1 minute. Yeah, you were playing Bad Bullet. Luckily for you, your opponent was playing worse Bullet than you were. Antients. Did he leave? Disrespectful, honestly. Why choose Blitz if you're going to play like it's Bullet? Because he's based. Who are you talking to, Bray? What? Ah, 105. Yeah, see, you lost. You ran out of time. I'm sorry. I can't. Yeah. Or play me. It's your choice. Slash. Your move. I don't mind one way or another. My friend said to use chess riz. Is chess riz a thing? I don't think it's a thing. Like, have you met a chess player? For chess riz to exist, it would have to imply that there was a chess player who ever had riz. 1 sec. I want you to see this horrible game that I'm embarrassed by. Okay, let's go. What's your go-to answer 1d4? See, that's part of the problem, James. I don't have one that I love. I used to play the King's Indian, then I fell out of favor with it, so I stopped, and I started playing the Classical Slav. Then I fell out of favor with it. Then I started playing the Leningrad Dutch, and now I'm starting to fall out of favor with that too, because I feel like it's so challenging theoretically. That's my problem, Prochessor. What's your answer to 1d4? Just go d5 and try your best. No, but then I have to deal with all the like weird lines. I mean, I can't. I don't wanna. It's solid, but it's I don't know. I want to play for a win. I'm a Sicilian player. I want to win. Maybe Queen's Gambit Declined is really good if you played the Tartakower. Maybe. That just feels a little boring. So I love the St. George or the French with an early c5. See, I would like die of death if I tried to play the French. That's my problem. Well, yeah, I mean, c5 is always the main idea, is it not? Is it not? The problem is in a lot of the d5 lines, you end up with an isolated pawn, which I don't like. I'm not terrified of playing with an isolated pawn, but I prefer playing against it than having it. Die of death? Yeah, that's what I said. What's your point? The Queen's Gambit c5 is usually the main idea. Yeah, I know. I play knight f3 and transpose in d4 lines with white, so I'm familiar with the ideas. Yeah, you have to play aggressive because you have the isolated pawn. If you have an isolated pawn, then you have to play aggressive because it's a long-term liability. And also a short-term strength because you have quick development and natural places for your rooks, right? It's the whole thing. I like using the isolated pawn as bait so that the opponent kind of wastes their time on attacking that pawn. But see, that's the thing. A good player in a slow time control will not attack the pawn, right? Because they know better. You don't attack the pawn. That's not how you win. You take control of the square in front of the pawn, and you trade off everything but the queen and rooks, and you take it in the end game. There's a process for this. Brother, ew. No, slow time controls are the best. Okay, I'm about to play in the classical tournament in like 2 weeks, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Hold on a second. What is bro cooking? But I don't know. I don't like rapid. I mean, Daniil Dubov has that take. He says, I don't like rapid because for classical, you know, okay, I have to take it seriously. I have to prep. I have to get a good night's sleep. I have to be completely ready. For blitz, you know, okay, I could go party the night before. It's not a problem whatsoever. It doesn't matter. For rapid, I don't know. Do I get to party the night before or do I have to prep? Daniil Dubov, Magnus Carlsen's second. That Dubov interview was hilarious. Because it's so stupid. I love Dubov as a player. He's an inspiration to my style of chess. Brother, ew. No. The problem with that is that you don't trade the pawn and you go towards the side of the king for an attack. That's why 960 rapid. Based man right there. I play 960 on Saturdays on my stream. Because I like it better. But just, you know, FIDE doesn't. Man, I have this database. Time to flex my database. Okay, listen here. Where did I put the database? Okay, I have this database that I made of a bunch of compiled data on Chess 960 starting positions. It's a starting position and 10 years of game data from Lee Chess. From April of 2014 to April of 2024. And then it's win, loss, draw stats for that position. Then it's most popular move, how often it's played, second most popular, how often, third, and then same for black. And then I have a database of like 600,000 or so computer chess games, and then it's win, loss, draw from those games. And then it's computer evaluation at a depth of 47 using a beta version of Stockfish 16 with a 7-piece table base, and then the recommended move from that. And it's all combined together. I played a single over-the-board classical game and I used all of 7 minutes. My opponent used 52 minutes. I can't stand classical. But see, that's just, you know, that just takes some getting used to. It's weird at the start, absolutely. But if you like play it and get into the community aspect of it, it can be a really good time. Because it can be beautiful in a way that you rarely see in like Blitz or Rapid. Okay, hold on a second. This is slightly suspicious. I mean, so's your opponent taking with pawn. Hello, Liberate Toaster. So, unironically, I might call you Lib today, not out of a desire to call you Lib, but because I have it set up where I have my own voice playing in my ears on my headphones like a second after I talk, which is really, really hard, and so I get cut off in the middle of everything I say. I'm impressed that I got that out. Repeat opening? Yeah. That's fair, but I don't know. Why do you have that set up? Because from what I've heard, getting good at talking that way really helps with your diction and your delivery in general, because it helps you be more intentional about your words and ignore outward stimuli, which is nice for especially public speaking, because there's a lot of loud random noises that might occur which could interrupt your train of thought. So it helps you learn and helps teach you to keep your train of thought uninterrupted while talking, regardless of distracting things. And delayed repeating of your voice back to you is really shown to be one of the harder things to deal with. I forgot the opening name, but I know it. I know. This looks a little suspicious. Now your opponent took with pawn and it justified your idea, but he should take with knight to force the trade, and now you don't have any more development than he does. So kind of defeats the purpose. Right? So it's not the most exciting. Luckily he took with pawn, so we don't have to think about that. Then f3 is okay, fair enough. If you're going to sack a pawn, fair enough. It's just, I don't think he has the weaknesses to justify it, especially since you don't have a dark squared bishop to take advantage of his weak dark squares around his king. You both have a light squared bishop, and this structure is relatively strong. Additionally, you're not castled. So I don't think this is sound, but we'll see. Okay, b6 is already incorrect. h4? I don't care about h4, you're not castled yet. I go c5, you don't have time. You don't have time. h4 still? Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Core attack. You're saying h4 here? You have a YouTube channel. I do, but there's like nothing on it because I get self-conscious as soon as I get to the end of the editing process of a video, and I delete the entire thing because I hate the way that I talk, which is partially why I'm doing this diction thing, because I really am bothered by it. I mumble a lot. I have a lot of ums in my sentences. It bothers me. Alco's one of those people that would say, I don't care if you have mate in 24, you're not castled yet. Unironically, none of us are seeing mate in 24, buddy. We need to be castled. Okay. Oh wait, what were we saying? c5 h4. Okay, cxd. What's your point? You're not threatening anything. You don't have time. You do not have time, Void. I'm assuming you castle long here and try to threaten the pin. It's nothing. There's nothing here. The no h4. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Prominent going to report you if you see mate in 24. Prominent's going to report you no matter what. So you might as well go down swinging, right? If I'm going to die a cheater's death, I might as well play epic chess while I'm at it. Bless Vladimir Prominent. Really. Can we just kill him? Hold on a second. Can we just kill him? Then you play slowly castles and bishop c4. That's what I'm saying. I mean, black's dead now. Anyway, castles here is still quite good. Knight c6, knight e4. It's unnecessary. Some words like that are really hard with my voice repeating in my head. Anyway, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. I'm going insane. It's unnecessary. Got it. Because you could just play knight g5 and win. You don't need it. You got it? Eventually. It's indeed unnecessary. Okay, now listen here, Jack. You're not the one. You can type. You get to reread your message before sending it, okay? I don't get to reread my I don't get to reread my voice before it comes out of my face. Unnecessary. Y'all are the worst. Pro Chester James, so slowly, brother. You're good. I know I'm good. It's just fun. I'm having fun with it. Ah, now we go. Now we see it. Now we found it. Rook FD. Oh, I like that. 95. He's trying. I mistype more than I mistalk. I mistype and mistalk both quite often. I can type pretty fast, but I just make a lot of errors. And so by the time I go back and correct them, I'm not as fast. Because I don't know. I don't know. Oof. Nice. He tried. He tried so hard. That's, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. That's a spicy meatball. Okay. Ooh. It just keeps getting better. I'm not sure I want to know. Can we stop the game here? It's spicy. Can we stop the game here? Can we call it a day and pretend that you say that you played 96? Can we please? My heart. Oh. Okay, we're back. Oh. Okay, you're still up a piece. Knight h3. E5. C3. CDX C3. That makes me sad. And it keeps getting worse. He's not activating his king. Of course you lose this. You're not activating your king. Now you're panicking. Now it's over. You have 47 seconds. You're panicking, and your opponent has 2 passers. No. This is, you lose this. You lose this. It makes complete sense that you lose this. Typical. What do you mean typical? Okay. So far so good. Oof. And it's the same color bishop, and this is the correct color square. Oof. if this were a dark squared bishop, this were a dark squared bishop, or they both were dark squared bishops, you would be holding most likely. Because you could like sack a pawn or something goofy like that. Maybe. Maybe. Because then here, if he takes, it's a draw. Because you can like push and put your king on a1. Whoever decided that it should be humid should be severely punished. True. It's been terrible. The weather here has been awful. I hate this even more. It just keeps getting worse. This is brutal. This is brutal, man. What's time control? 10 plus 15? So you played this in like 11 seconds. No, less than that. 6 seconds. You played this in 6 seconds. Seconds is the other word that's really hard to say. 6 seconds. Don't give up. That's your second mistake. Your opponent didn't give up, and you had mate in 1 and you didn't play it. You don't have any justification for giving up. This is rapid game. I don't care. It can be classical. Alco, guess who just hit 2100, baby? Literally tempo. Literally tempo. I just break out in random sweats while I'm sitting and lounging. I hate it. Same. I went to the grocery store today to get some stuff. And by some stuff, I mean like a bajillion stuffs. I had a full page long list. It was annoying. But equanimity. I need equanimity. I know it's miserable, man. I don't love grocery shopping in general. Like, I'll do it. I don't care, but I'm not in love with it in general. Oh, this is my Tom and Jerry shirt. Look, see? Tom and Jerry. And like the original one. The best one. Summer's overrated. See, that'd be true if I had school. The problem is that I don't have school. And so I get time to relax and go back to my Greek lessons. You know? Grocery shopping is literally a chore. No, I like grocery shopping for a small number of things. It can be relaxing, it's nice, but when you have a long list and it's a pain, you're learning Greek. I'm trying to learn Greek. I am making a pathetic attempt at learning Greek. I know like 15 words in Greek. Grocery shopping is fun when meal prepping. I could see that. No, I could see that. What's your opinion of this game overall? You gave up too early and you were sloppy with your calculation. The attack was sloppily started and sloppily executed. Now, you evidently are a fantastic bluffer. Your opponent fell for it. And that's great, but it's a shame. I don't mind school. My other option is feeling like I'm melting. It's hard for me. I don't know. School, melting and burning alive. School, melting or burning alive. It's hard. That's a legitimately difficult one. My Wi-Fi is so bad that the stream freezes and chat keeps going. Well, how do you know that I'm just not like a really good self-ventriloquist? Also, is my stream frozen? Hold on a second. OBS. Talk to me. Oraya? What is Oraya? Okay, hold on a second. Are you still frozen? I'm not frozen on my screen. Hello, BDS Visas. Okay, great. That's weird. It's showing 761 drop frames. So I dropped like a full second of frames. Oh, like 10 seconds. What? Where do all these drop frames come from? What? Are my encoder settings off? I haven't changed them in forever. Output Now this is right. I just need to rebuild OBS with a newer version, so I solve some of the bugs, because I do have some bugs in my version of OBS. But I can't use any of the prepackaged ones because they don't support my GPU. Now fall, that's a season. Gets cooler, cozy, rainy days, school barely started. I can break out my flannel shirts. Flannel shirts go hard. Nice try with the next command. Did you just write next in Greek script? Why did the moderator delete my message? Because it deletes my message whenever I type next. That way chat is a little cleaner. I don't want it showing the next message every time. Alco, don't mention it. Oh, too late. I forgot to switch back to the English text. Oh, fair point. Oh, okay, my bad. It doesn't matter. Nothing wrong happened. Like, I have the permissions set up correctly. My chatbot is very minimal. Next. My chatbot is very minimal because I've self-destructed it like 5 times. Hey, Miles, thank you so much for the raid. Let me shut up. How was the stream? Nice. What's up? Alcom William Blobshish. What? Should I have read that? Probably not. Stream was good. Did some Puzzle Rush survival. Nice, nice. Hello, people rating. This is true. Hello. We're analyzing a game, or we were. We just finished. The opponent missed mate in 1. It's very unfortunate. Got this to follow Hunter Wiz. Thanks so much for the follow. Hey, I feel honored because I'm not. I'm like one other person you followed without account. Ah. And also, thank you so much, Hutton Chess, and I need a kawaii girlfriend for the follow. Should I have read that? Probably not. Abracadabra, open sesame, and I came here. Yay! This was a super cool time. I think Alice was losing things. Did I have them to begin with? That's the question. Like, when people tell me I lost my marbles, I'm like, I didn't have them to begin with. We are marbleless. This is a marble-free zone, okay? Oh, brilliant move. Oh yeah, this is fantastic. And then he proceeded to lose this game instead of playing mate in 1. I am not reading your name, Mr. Poe. I appreciate the follow, but and I appreciate the warning. No, I meant brain cells. Well, that's what losing your marbles means. That's what, you know, when you lose your marbles, it's that means go insane, lose your mind. It's like a oh, is it now? Oh yeah, is it? Uh-huh. Very cool. Very, very nice. What's bad? If you need a girlfriend, then it's pretty good? Well, I don't know. It's something about the aura, okay? It's like the underscores and the fact that it's in Twitch chat, right? Right? You know what I mean? It's just the vibes, right? The overall picture it paints. Chat's wild and red, and now it's Twitch chat. I don't know what you... I don't have high expectations. Speaking of which, Brayden, is he still here? He probably is. Except that he is not. Okay, so I guess next person. Also, just a notice, normally I'm a little bit more well put than I normally am. Today, I have my own voice playing in my ears at high volume at like a second after I speak. So it like slows it It delays my speech and plays it back. It's quite difficult to speak over, and so I'm often misspeaking or like tripling up on words, and every once in a while I'll find a word that really makes my life difficult. Necessary was one previously, but I've kind of gotten that one now. It is, but I've heard it's very good for your diction. Aquamanian Blobfish. This is true. Delusions and things. Yes, of course. Yep, absolutely. What's your chest.com name? See, that one, again. He wants to be friends. I like friends. Accidental monitor? No, it's completely intentional. It's 100% intentional. I'm doing it as training to become more powerful. And because it's funny. Okay. Simon Hassan Multu? Multu? Okay, Bon Cloudy. You got it, buddy. Are you gonna send the challenge? Yes. Oh, nice. Fixing stuff? What kind of stuff? Words? Well, yeah, I feel like the practice is nice. Just in general, you know? I have stated before that I am dissatisfied with the level of wordage I am capable of achieving. He said Scotch? No, he didn't. Can I read? Oh. I thought someone else redeemed it. Whoop. Whoopsie. Houton, how dare you come to my Twitch chat and bamboozle me? You can call me Kawaii then for short. Yeah, okay. Accept a drop. Yeah. How dare you? I am deeply offended. Okay, rematch. Okay, what do I play with white Void? Void, what do I play with black? I can't read or speak. What do I play? Talk to me. Talk to me. Give me instruction. I'm a Twitch streamer on the internet. I have no free will. It's more like free won't in my case. Nidorf? Okay, we can do that. My Nidorf's not going to be good, but, you know, what you gonna do? Is that a move? Oh yeah, it is. I played this line. What do you mean is that a move? I know this is a move. I played this line. Okay. I'm going insane. I think it's E6. Bishop G5 is the main line. I know I play this for white. Pretty frequently, actually. I know it's the main move. I'm just going insane. Do we suggest openings? Oh, there's a channel point redemption for it, and that's what Void redeemed. I know A6 is the main line. Again, I've played this. It's like Queen B6, Knight C6, or something goofy like that, right? I don't know this line, man. I don't play this opening. Queen C7? The ready opening is fantastic. I play it because it's good. I'm just going to follow my heart. That's what I'm going to do. Follow my heart. I thought it was Queen B6. Might be Queen C7. I could see that, but I'm going to play my own moves. I'm going to be my own man. I see. Knight C6 is probably wrong. Your face is probably wrong. Yesterday in chess, I followed my heart and won 2 out of 10 games. The problem is my heart is better than your heart, okay? Not all hearts are created equal. Some hearts have a skill issue. The problem is I like this opening so much more for white, and I enjoy it so much more for white. So now I'm kind of like playing a position I don't normally want to play. But okay. I can be flexible. Did we take with G or with bishop here? It must be bishop. Yeah, some hearts pump more blood. Exactly. Queen b6 was probably... Okay. Can I get a nerd emoji in chat, please? I need to stop talking. It's not playing bishop e6, but I didn't play bishop e6. Sure. This looks fun. Unless I'm missing something, which I don't think I am. What's up, who done? Or who won? Whatever you wanted your name to be. Did white mess up? Probably? Question mark? Feels wrong. This feels wrong for white. I feel like his tactics just barely don't work, if that makes sense. Queen x c1. What? Okay, now my thought process was I had either takes with bishop or check and then bishop b7. Check and bishop b7. Check and bishop b7 feels safer, but takes feels more optimistic. I think takes and bishop b7. Not takes, check. Can't trap queen? Trap whose queen? You're talking about like after something weird like knight takes c5, queen takes a... I'm not uncastled, that's the problem. I haven't castled yet. If I had castled by now, then maybe we could talk. But I have not castled, so I can't play bishop b7 immediately afterwards. So if I go knight takes, queen takes, castles, he can escape. Right? I'm gonna go check. Feels safer. Why are you adding any number one in the chat? I feel like this solves most of my problems. Would you mind stop adding everyone in my chat? I'm pretty sure some people would find it bothersome. Like, I don't care if you at me, but just... I would prefer if you stopped adding everyone else. Thank you. Pawn? Question mark? Did I mess up? You both messed up? Your face messed up. Yeah, see? You know, I don't mind if people are bothering me. That's like my job as a streamer, but you know, when you're bothering chat, that's a little different, you know? I'm saying you know too much. I'm using it as a crutch word because I'm uncomfortable. Because I'm uncomfortable talking in my current state. Oh, I gotta try something. Now I have to convert this? Yes. Bishop e7? No. No. Just delusional. Which is way better. I don't play the Night man. This isn't my opening. I play the dragon. I know the lines of the dragon. I just don't know the Night lines. Unlucky? You know this. Don't say unlucky me. Okay. Sure. Sure. I mean, this was the move anyway, so the fact that it prevents him from taking on f7 is just a bonus. I've never cared about any main line. The only thing I care about is my hairline. See? You can tell I agree with you. Oh. That's almost mate. It's not quite, but it's very close. Suspiciously close. Let's keep the pressure up. Queen c7? Nah, I like queen c5 better. Queen h2, yeah, no, queen h2 is bait. He could play rook h1 and then h7 falls. It's death. I know bait when I see it. Okay. Okay. Is rook g1 becoming popular? You mean the weird rook g1 line of the Najdorf specifically? That I think it was what, like Jan played that one time? Somebody played that one time? Pawn b3? Well, right now his queen's hanging, so I'm not worried about that yet. I've got a plan, guys, don't worry. Yeah, I don't know if it's becoming popular. I've probably seen it more. Like it's I don't know. I don't know. I don't play the Najdorf, so I don't know, but I feel like I've seen it more. Yeah, I thought it was Nepo. It's from the 90s. It made a resurgence. Well, there you go. Again, I don't play the Najdorf, so I don't claim to have any expertise on the Najdorf. Queen f2 idea? Maybe. Mayhaps. Possibly. Only fails to knight takes? Well, I know that. That's why I didn't play it. Or haven't played it yet. Don't intend to play it. Queen d4, queen e2. And I don't see a continuation. There probably is one, I just don't see it. The problem is queen e2, guys. Queen e2 guards the knight. Queen g4 then. Queen takes queen? What? I think this is better. Well, thanks for the info. Who won? Wouldn't it be wild if Ding doesn't get swept in the World Chess Championship? It would be interesting. I'm super curious. Like, I want to see this year's World Chess Championship almost less because of the like quality of the chess and more so because I'm just super curious as to like what like is Ding still a like contender? Would he still be again a contender for that title? HX1 or G7? Let me chill. Let me chill. I want to see another London and H3 by Ding. Interesting take. That looks wrong. Might lose this. I hope you do. It really looks wrong. It feels really suspicious. I'm very suspicious. Maybe if... No, then I take a pawn. What you play if you don't play Najdorf? I play the dragon. Gukesh is gonna eat Ding chilling. It's... As much as I'm cheering for Gukesh, and believe you, I am. I don't know. I doubt that Ding is going to go down without a fight. Now, how challenging that fight is, I'm unsure of, but it's going to be a fight. I want Gukesh to win. Oh, so do I. You should play in Among Us. You're great at sussing moves out. I love Among Us. Among Us is so much fun. I just never had a friend group who played it a ton. At one point I did, but we only had a few sessions because they, like, I knew them when I was friends, but the rest of them were friends in person and I do not live near them. So, they ended up having an easier time hanging out with each other. And so, you know, playing Among Us next stream. Oh yes, naturally. I mean, I could just... Opposite colored bishop feels so drawn. I don't want that. Don't want that at all. I'm not accepting a draw here. Let me cook. Actually, I'll hold that draw offer. I'm going to calculate everything here. And if I don't see a win, I'm accepting the draw. All right, let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. Allow me chefery. Let me cook. I am a chef. I am the master chef. I'm cooking, chat. I'm cooking. Check this. Boom. Does it? Does it not work? I think it works. I'm pretty sure it works. I'm 99% sure it works. I'm pretty darn sure it works. Are we sure it doesn't work? Are we sure? What's the refutation exactly? Explain to me what the refutation is. Ooh. Come on. Worst case is draw. I literally cannot lose this. Worst case is draw. Give me just 1 second. I calculated this far and saw that I had a drawn pocket, but I didn't calculate anything else. I think. I don't remember calculating anything else. It was just this. That doesn't work. Does it work? Alright, hear me out on this one. I don't see the mate. I don't see the checkmate. Where's the checkmate? What are you threatening in this position? What's the problem? What's the big deal? What am I scared of? What am I afraid of? What's my deepest, darkest fear? Your fear is getting kicked out of MasterChef for this. Queen h8, knight d5. Okay, so queen takes d5. Queen takes d5 with check. Nice try, sucker. Does not work. Takes d5 with check. Saw that. Doesn't work. Next question. Come on. Mate in 5, as in black is checkmating in 5 moves. Come on, guys. Come on. Queen b6 was wrong, though? Your face was wrong, though. I don't know. It probably was. I don't care. Rook takes b2 was fantastic. Come on, guys. Come on. Okay. Yeah, queen b6 was a mistake. It's queen c7. You were right. Okay. You were. It was g takes. Darn. I couldn't remember. I know there was a line where you played g takes here, but I couldn't remember if it was this one or if a different one. So I cowered out and played bishop takes. G takes is better. Hey, but then f takes is a mistake, and I'm chilling. Bing. But then this is terrible, and then this is even worse. Just terrible chess. Just awful chess. I retreat the bishop to prevent knight c5. Look, okay, I'm gonna level with you. I completely overlooked knight c5. I didn't see it at all. I didn't see it at all. But this idea is very problematic. Okay. 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 And see, here's the problem here. I played queen e5. What I wanted to play was this, but then queen e2 and I've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Queen e5, I'm at least like threatening to take this, threatening to take this, you know, all that. None of it's correct, but like he has to think. This, he plays queen e2 and I have no threats anymore and he doesn't have to think. My goal is to make him think. So queen e5. c3 works. Wow. Wow. I can't believe c3 works. That's crazy, man. B takes, knight takes, rook b8. Rook c1. Wow. And I've just got nothing, huh? Okay, what happens if I play this? Queen e2, just cold-blooded. Who cares? Sheesh. No weird bishop takes, then check. It doesn't work. Nothing works. Yeah, no, this is difficult to play. And you shouldn't. I mean, objectively, you should have seen it. Queen takes h2 doesn't work, but because of queen h3, rook h1 loses on the spot. Let's go. It told me to take and take the draw. The computer said to take the draw, but who's the computer to tell me what to do? Because it's a draw. It's opposite colored bishops. There's nothing happening. There's no one's winning that ever. So it told me to take the draw, but no. And then rook h1 loses on the spot to come on guys. YouTube Boss Weezy, thank you for the game. I really appreciate it. That move deserves a brilliant. Come on. Evidently I can take it here, same idea, which is I'm calling the bluff. Because the problem is if I take here now, check, and takes rook. And so I don't gain any material. In fact, I lose it. Now, evidently it's still a draw because I have perpet somewhere. Right? But after rook takes, rook check, bishop check. And then, of course, for anyone who didn't see it during the game, the problem is that if he takes his rook, I take on g2 first, and then he plays some king move, and I take his rook. Not that, I take his rook. And so I am now up a pawn, and I have the bishop in the endgame, and he does not have checkmate because of my bishop. So this is a winning endgame, and his king's weak. Way too weak. And now here I can take on a2, and if king takes, the same problem, and he can't play knight takes because the knight is pinned to the queen. And then when the king went the other way, I had bishop g5, king b1, and now I'll just take the bishop because now there's nothing. There's no moves here. He's out of checks. And I'm threatening mate if he moves the queen, of course. Yeah, this is hard to stop. And if you like move the knight somewhere, then suddenly I have this mate. It's rough. It's rough. This position is rough. Anyway, but come on. Gotta let me cook on that one. Okay. That was a stressful game. Okay, I'm closing the queue, which means anyone already in the queue still gets their game. It just means no one new can join because it's 10:45 my time and I have work tomorrow. Nice try, Toaster. You were just barely too late. Is Void still here? Void's still here, right? Yeah, Void's still here. Toaster's never late. He toasts exactly when he means to. Now let me in. Definitely. Thanks so much for the follow. Good name. Solid name. I like it. The now let me in kind of cuts the impact. Well, worth seeing is still good. I enjoyed that. Thank you, thank you. See, I appreciate a good username pun. A good username pun. Because my username pun is a bad one. It's supposed to be a portmanteau of alchemy and comedy, but it ends up looking more like your average alcoholic. Which is not something I realized at the time, but in hindsight was kind of obvious, and now it's an interesting situation. I'm pretty sure f3 you're supposed to play e5 here. That's like the way to punish this line. Because f3 here is inaccurate. This is a bad move order. White, this is not a correct move order. And so a6 is playable, but e5 is the punishment because the f3 in this line is too soon. It's too early. It's not productive. So, because then if the knight goes back to b3, you immediately push d5, which is nice. And if the knight goes to here, this is actually a very weird line. And an even weirder line is this bishop check. This is some goofy stuff. You play like knight bd. Still good for black objectively. But... Anyway, so this is a sideline that's good to know. Does this transposition help white or black? It helps black for sure. a4 was just inaccurate. This was just a poor move. c4 without a doubt. Because the point of this line, the white's big idea here is by playing f3 early, he gets to play c4 before playing knight c3. Because remember, in the main lines here, he plays knight c3 first. And that's good because it guards the pawn and develops a piece. And prevents any weirdness in the center with, again, e5, d5. But the problem is it kind of locks his c pawn there. And in a lot of Sicilian lines, black wants to play d5. And so playing c4 to prevent d5 is a good idea. Kako Smith? Pardon. Anyway, so if white can manage to bamboozle black into letting them play c4, and black plays a normal Sicilian line, then it ends up being better for white, because white just gets his cake and eats it too. It has been a while, Toby. Right? You play this as a normal Sicilian. How's the Macedonian going? I mean, I think it's doing better. I think I'm doing better at it. I mean, I passed almost all of my classes in uni, and they were in Macedonian, so. I'm not a Maroczy bind player, but this is just a beneficial version of the Maroczy bind. This is a better move order. It gets you into a Maroczy bind where white has a slight advantage. I think slightly more than he has in the Maroczy. The move order is a little better. There's like some weird tactical reasons why, I don't remember off the top of my head, but the move order is better. So this is not recommended for black. And so white's doing very well here, which is shown by the win rate. In this position, white wins like 54% of the time, and the draw and loss is split. So black wins 25, and then white win, and then it's a draw 22. Again, this is just a success for white. This is a successful opening. White gets his cake and eats it too. And so this is a weird sideline that I think it's important to know as a d6 Sicilian player, because people do this. I've lost games like this when I didn't know it. Anyway, luckily the opponent also didn't know it, because a4 is just objectively incorrect here, because it ignores the main idea of the position and wastes the tempo on a useless move. e5, knight b3, bishop e6, knight c3, bishop e7, bishop e3, castles. Yeah, this is all fine so far. What's preventing you from playing d5? See, that's the weird thing. In this position, you're not usually allowed to play d5 this early, but that's the weakness of this move order. Playing f3 this early delays white's development enough that you can afford to play d5 immediately, and black just is completely equalized. He has no positional problems whatsoever. He's not underdeveloped. He doesn't have less control of the center. He doesn't have a weaker king. He doesn't have worse pieces. He's got no positional problems. Nothing. He's just chilling, which is a failure. White's supposed to put pressure on black. Black is under no pressure here, right? Which is why a4 is a terrible move, and which is why f3 is objectively dubious. It's not terrible, it's playable, but it's dubious. It's not recommended. Okay. This isn't terrible, just continuing development very rationally. There's no complaints. Queen c7, okay. c4, rook a8. Yeah, see, this isn't terrible for black, but black has some weird space problems. He has advantages too. These knights are quite good, especially with the center being locked like it is. So he's got stuff he can do. It's not terrible, but it's not as comfortable. Ooh, e4 is nice. e4 is very nice. Look at that. A pawn sack for a good piece. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? No, I agree with you. Bishop takes was better. These knights are good. But e5 followed by knight e5 is such a beautiful idea. Such a typical idea of knights versus bishops. It's worth it to sack a pawn to kill white's bishop forever and make this knight the strongest piece on the board. Because now white's got big problems. This is beautiful. This is very pretty. I like this a lot. Okay. Knight b6. Rational principle, no problem. Queen b4. Knight takes c4. Knight takes c5. Sheesh. And now what? You're just up 2 pawns? Clean. Clean. Very nice. Knight's a little bit spooky there, but okay. And he resigns. Yep. Nope. Yep. A clean outplay. The opening thing is my only problem with the position. Missing e5 makes sense. Now I'm pointing it out because it's a good thing to see for next time because it's such a beautiful and typical idea. But wait, are you master? No, I'm like 2k rapid currently. I've been 2200 and I was like 2160, 2170 like a week ago, but I've dumped a ton of Elo because I play when tired like an idiot. Yeah, but the F3 stuff is just weird. No one talks about it because it's such a niche line that nobody plays. So I only know it. I only know the early F3 stuff because I had a strong player. So he's like 2300 FIDE. 2200 FIDE? I think he's 2200 FIDE. Anyway, I've played him in a lot of blitz games and over the board, and he pulled this F3 on me once at a tournament and absolutely murdered me when I played G6. I played G6, he played C4, and I was like, oh no, because I know I immediately made a mistake. This shouldn't happen in the dragon. Yeah, roughly, give or take. So I'm not a master. I'm strong intermediate, right? Anyway, right on the edge of expert. Like, this is a failure. I clearly messed something up. Not advanced? No, I thought advanced was until like 1800. No, wait. I thought maybe it is advanced. Okay, I'm advanced. I don't remember. I forgot about advanced existence, right? Because I don't play USCF. I play FIDE, and FIDE doesn't make that distinction really the way USCF does. You were 1800 though? Oh yeah, I am 1800. Okay, so yeah, advanced. There are 2 types of players in my eyes: amateur and grandmaster. We are all amateurs here. Yeah, but see, you remember the Carlson quote when he was asked to describe Hikaru in 1 word, and he said decent, right? You got to remember, guys. That's why I'm almost decent, because I'm not as good as Hikaru. Anyway, you got to remember, there's always a bigger fish. There's amateurs and stockfish. 100% are amateurs. Exactly, Slash. That's my point. So yeah, this F3 line is weird. And so when he pulled it on me and I lost that game terribly, I went home and studied it. I was like, hold on, what the heck is this? So now I know it. But it's a bizarre line. You don't see it very often because it's just kind of counter-principled and only exists to trip up black. It is a psychological play 100%. It is nice. It's a good thing to know as a D6 Sicilian player. Because you either get as black, you either get a bad Maroczy or a good Sveshnikov. Right? And so it's weird because as a dragon player, and I'm sure you're in the same boat as a Najdorf player, you're not used to either one of those openings. I don't play the Maroczy. I don't play the Sveshnikov. Actually, I do play a little bit of Sveshnikov. I like it as a backup opening, but I digress. So it's not something that is immediately obvious. It's interesting. It's cool stuff. Okay, who's next? Also, the word amateur means you don't make money off of it. So you could be a 1200 professional and a 2400 amateur. Okay, well, not to brag, but last time I streamed, I made like $8 Okay, so I'm clearly a professional. What's the Sveshnikov again? It's that line in the Sicilian, you know, it comes out of the old Sicilian. It's something like it's like this, and then A6 is the Kalishnikov and D6 is the Sveshnikov. I did play the Lowenthal, and that's very close to the Svesh. It transposes to the Sveshnikov, doesn't it? Because this is the Lowenthal. But if your opponent plays like Knight C6, then you play a Sveshnikov. Right? It's a Sveshnikov all of a sudden. Same opening, right? Because it's like a move order thing. If he plays Knight C6, Knight C3, or Knight A3 here. Right? Sveshnikov is with Knight F6. Oh, so you don't play Knight F6 at all. Wait, what? But don't you play Knight F6 here? And so you transpose, is my point. It's been a while since I looked at these moves, so I don't know, but... Either way, it's interesting stuff. If you want a lesson in this Sveshnikov, look at the 2018 World Chess Championships between Magnus and Fabi. Like, literally every game there was a Sveshnikov. I'm not sure why, but it was. They were both very prepped, evidently. Anyway. So is this got this to follow Hunter Wiz still here? I don't think he is. In which case, that's perfect. It's exactly at 11 p.m., which is when I try to end streams. So we are chilling. I think we raid Stellar Chess. Who is a national master. So an actual master. Instead of the faux master that is yours truly. Night Void. You should let me in queue to ruin your sleep schedule. Excuse you, I can do that perfectly fine myself. I do not need help. I am fully capable of killing my own sleep schedule. Thank you very much. Gosh. Some people. Fair enough. Have a nice day. You as well. Pleasure having you in the stream. Have a great night, all y'all.